welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another creature feature. This time it's on green cheek conures, or GCCs. Today I'm joined by my green cheek Loki. He was actually a rescue. I got him from a local parrot rescue. He came with a lot of vocabulary. Yeah, he's a good boy, so you'll probably hear lots of voices from him. Green cheeks are an excellent little parrot. They are loud, so if you're in an apartment, it's probably not the best bird for you. He does call on occasion or scream. Most of the time he just talks. I had another one, unfortunately it was from a chain pet store, and it didn't have the best health, so he wound up passing away. So if you can get it from a breeder or a rescue, that's probably your best bet to getting a nice healthy green cheek. They tend to be hand raised at that point too. Even bird pet stores don't have that much time to hang out with their birds, but the breeders and previous homes tend to have a lot of time hanging out with them, and so they become really cuddly, nice birds. When I got him, was the sweetest bird from the get-go. He does come with a few little quirks. So for some reason, I don't know why he's hiding behind me, he's being a shy boy. He doesn't like orange things, so I don't know what that's about. And he also, it's evident that he doesn't like men. When we adopted him, the previous owner had a heartfelt letter because she didn't really want to give up her parrot, but you know, due to whatever her circumstances were, she gave him up, which is a responsible thing to do if you can't take care of your animal or your situation changes. Always contact a rescue or find someone that can take care of your baby. So it was very responsible that she did that, but she left a nice little note about his likes, dislikes, words he says, stuff like that. It didn't mention anything about not liking men, but of all the men that he's met, he has not liked them. So he literally attacks my husband. So even though my husband feeds him, he doesn't care. He'll still try to attack him if my husband tries to pick him up or have him sit on his shoulder. Sometimes if I'm sitting on this couch watching a movie with Loki, my husband will sit next to us and he will just attack. So he is the best attack dog I've ever had. My dogs are kind of wusses, so I don't think they'd protect me in a situation, but this bird would definitely attack intruders, especially if they're men. He's a little bit quirky. He does have an attachment issue, so he is very clingy. So if I like doing this video right now, I'm probably gonna have to sit with him for the next few hours just like this, because he gets super attached, wants to snuggle, which is not all bad, you know, he's a little quirky. My other birds can hang out on their different jungle gyms and stuff that I have in my bird room and out here, but he doesn't want any of that. He just wants to sit on my shoulder. He's very sweet. Things that I need to work on with him to get him to be an excellent bird. But if you're looking for a friend, conures are great because he is the best little buddy I could ask for. I've only been bit a couple times by him just because he didn't want me put back in his cage. So like, I'm not gonna fault an animal for loving hanging out with me. I'm not sure of his morph. He's kind of diluted. He doesn't have a ton of color. He's mostly just green and teal with a little bit of yellow. So their care is fairly straightforward. The bigger the cage, the better. I don't recommend them in any small cage. They are very active. So I actually have mine in an old ferret cage. Obviously he comes out all the time. Have perches and ceiling jungle gyms and table jungle gyms ready for them just because they love doing stuff. Make sure that there's lots of places for them to perch and climb in their enclosure. Natural wood is better than just straight dowel rods. I do offer a dowel rod in there in case he wants to go on it. Mostly natural perches, ladders, things like that. You want to avoid a lot of sandpaper perches because while the idea behind it was decent, where they naturally trim their own nails, it actually like really hurts their palms. You can get conure food at pretty much any pet store. I do recommend mixing if you get a seed mix, mixing it with a pelleted mix. So I have a few different ones. I have Rowdy Bush, I have Missouri, and I have Zupreme that I kind of mix in there, so he gets his own little mix. The pellets offer nutrients that he doesn't get to selectively pick out of his food. So he really likes sunflower seeds. So if you only offer the seed mix, he's going to pick out all the sunflower seeds, and then he's not getting a balanced diet. So I offer a balanced diet. We also make chop here. So chop is just bird, chop salad we'll call it. It has fruits and vegetables in it in fine pieces. All my birds get kind of into something different, so his has specific vegetables and fruits specific for conures. Training wise, I want to promote the things that he already says, but I also want to teach him some new things. So I do offer treats. A lot of my birds really like nutriberries. They're like little clusters of seeds and oats and fruit and veggies, stuff like that. So when we're training, I always offer a nice big reward. Oh, he's really excited. You want, buddy? Yeah. So I offer that as a treat. Sometimes I'll offer pieces of their food as treats, so if there's like a pepper or something in the mix, we'll do that. So basically, once they say the thing that I want them to say, I'll treat them or act really excited. He likes it when you get excited. There's lots of ways you can promote good behavior and good training with birds. When we got him, he actually had a few of his feathers plucked, and he still has a few little baldish spots. This is just from stress. In the previous owner's situation, something was very stressful. It started, you know, affecting him by plucking. It doesn't happen a ton in conures, but it can. And then here, you know, transitioning, it's, you know, it can be stressful even if he likes it. So that's why he's a little bit bald in some spots. There are different things you can do to try to remedy it. Mine is just to make his, you know, cage and everything as least stressful as possible and have it grow back. But there's things that vets can do and different products you can find online that help with plucking feathers. If birds pluck feathers too much, that it does remove the follicles, so we definitely want to stop any feather plucking. He is my only bird that does this, so it's kind of new for me, but I think as long as we de-stress the situation, it'll be fine. Favorite phrase is I love you, so he'll say that mostly, but he can say his name and a bunch of other things. Loki. I love you. I love you. What are you doing? I'm trying to get you to say peekaboo, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I love you too. So one time a different bird bit my husband and Loki thought it was absolutely hilarious and started laughing at the appropriate time.
Yeah, he's laughing at me too, I hear that.
Yeah. You're a good boy. You a good boy, Loki? Yeah, you're a good boy. I love you. Peekaboo. 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 I wanted to touch on some bird things that people might not know. I'll probably make a whole other video on bird house safety, but since this is my first one, I'm going to reiterate that birds are super sensitive. They require you to pretty much change your life. I don't recommend birds to everybody. There's lots of situations where birds just don't make sense. Obviously, if it's unsafe for your bird, like if you have dogs or cats that want to eat birds and it's just not, you know, a good environment, that might not be for you. Sometimes birds get along with cats and dogs and that's fine. But the other things that you kind of have to change about your life is scents. Before birds, I loved burning candles. Like, I was one of those crazy people that would get a bunch of candles from Bath and Body Works and burn them all the time. But once you have birds, you can't really have anything that's scented go into the air. So once it becomes aerosolized, it becomes dangerous to your birds. Your birds have very special, different lungs than you, and any sort of particulate, even smell matter, can make them go into respiratory arrest. They can just die from smelling things. So candles are one of them. Nonstick cookware. So if any of their pots and pans are that black coating, you have to get rid of them. So I only use glass, ceramic, and then stainless steel for cooking. Even then I block off the bottom of the door. I'm super paranoid about any smells. If I wear perfume or body spray, I'll actually spray it in my car or far away from the birds. They won't be able to smell it. And then I'll change my clothes when I go into my bird room so I don't have that smell on me. So shampoo smells and even perfume smells, they won't become aerosolized after a while, so it's fine to be around them. I just err on side of caution, and so I don't wear anything scented down here. Even my lip gloss I don't wear down here, so normally I have something on my face, but because it has a scent to it, I don't wear it near my birds. When you have birds, you also have to be hyper aware of opening and closing doors, so you can either smush a bird or accidentally let it outside. I can't tell you how many times working at a pet store, people would be like, my bird got out, and I just don't understand why, because I like super proof every room that my birds have ever been in. I'm never worried that my birds are getting outside, just because you're aware of it. And I think people who just get birds at random don't think about all these things that you have to change for your bird. If you're thinking about getting being a bird, your life's gonna have to change. I'll probably make a whole video because there's so much more than what I just said. Oh, you found snacks? Yeah. Peekaboo! Oh, you're not into it, are you? Don't bite my ear. Peekaboo! Yeah, that's why I ask myself every day when I'm trying to get you to talk.